Hey everybody, okay, so 10 minutes on the iPad and we are go. Hello. My name is Zeke Garcia. Today I'm going to be doing my next 20 games of the year. So my numbers 30 through 11 in 10 minutes. 10 minutes are going, 9:46 right now. And, I've noticed that a lot of people have done their numbers 11 through 20 of the year, but I figured I'd give myself a challenge, do 10 more games in only 10 minutes. I've got them right here. Let's kick it off right away with number 30 of the year for me is Clank. Deck building game. I enjoyed it. It's colorful. It's different. It did something new with the genre, which was to add a board and actually use that board. Number 29, Arkham Horror, the card game. Really interesting living card game that works solitaire, works very well solitaire, and the expansions I think are going to go a long way into making this one a fantastic experience that is very involving. Number 28, I'm doing just fine here with time, I think. Number 28, let's slow down. Take it easy a little bit. 28. Jolly and Roger. Jolly and Roger is a two-player game from Abacus Spiel. I think it's over here somewhere. Where are you, Jolly and Roger? I cannot see you. There you are. Abacus Spiel, yeah. And it is an I split you choose game, which I really like. It's got good artwork. Themes definitely pasted on. But the gameplay, the tension is certainly there. I enjoyed it a lot. My number 27 is Eternity. Eternity is a trick-taking game in which the trump suit is going to be changing throughout the hand, and it works very well. Clean design, straightforward gameplay, but very engaging. Short gameplay, too, which is rare for a trick-taking game. My number 26, Tides of Madness, the follow-up to Tides of Time from Portal Games. And this one gave you a slightly cleaned-up version of the original, but that's not even really the right word. It gave you one with a little more, a few more decisions to make in the game. With the Cthulhu theme, of course, which is largely irrelevant. It makes for really cool pictures, though. But now you can go insane in the game, and that's one more thing that triggers the end game. It's not just most points. You could technically be getting fewer points and force your opponent to go insane during the game, winning the whole thing. Quick, 2 players only, like it a lot, drafting. Great. Number 25 is Capital. Capital from Grana Games is a tile-laying game. City-building tile-laying. I tend not to like those things. This game is not even that pretty. It's not much of a looker on the board. But the tactical decisions you're going to be making in the game, that's what did it for me. The game is clever. It works well. It's quick. It's engaging. I like that a lot. It's one that I'm afraid people are going to overlook because it doesn't look particularly captivating. But I would recommend you check it out if you like city-building games. My number 24 is World's Fair 1893 from Renegade Game Studios. They've been on a roll for me lately. And this designer has also been on a roll for me. That is Alex Kevern, if I'm not mistaken. Very straightforward as well. Sort of card playing, set collection kind of thing. Set in that setting, World's Fair. But again, lightly used theme. But gameplay is very quick. I like the idea of playing cards and sort of, it has this concept of spreading the cards out. You add new cards in a circle as you are taking new things. The different kinds of cards will score differently for you. You are playing little cubes to the different places. So there's a little area control going on. Simple, straightforward. Could fall into that family weight category. And that's perfect by me because I love that stuff. World's Fair 1893. How am I doing? Oh boy. Histrio. It's 5:56 by the way. Histrio is my 23, a Bruno Catala game. Did not get a lot of love this year. It's right here behind me, I think, somewhere. It's right up here. That's off the camera, yeah. And this one, you were putting on a show for the king with a bunch of anthropomorphic weird animals. The game, though, is stunningly beautiful. It's overproduced. It's got this big theater thing that is showing a panorama with a dramatic scene, or you turn it around and now it's a comedic scene. But it's got some simultaneous card play that works well. I like how Bruno and his co-designer can take a system mechanism that I don't tend to like, turn it on its head, and make me enjoy it, that simultaneous card play. Very nice. My number 22 is Insider, a party game that's sort of like 20 Questions meets a whodunit, kind of. you are trying to figure out someone who knows the answer to the whole thing all along and pinpoint them out. This one's been getting some press and coverage. I like it a lot. Insider. My number 21 is Nautilus, the latest game in that solitaire or two-player game that is the Oniverse, in the Onirim line. This one is a dice-driven game. I liked it a lot. I did a review of it. Definitely go check that out. It's one of the lighter ones, I would say, in the line, but clever and interesting, and it does something similar to Histrio. It takes roll and move and makes it interesting. My number 20, breaking into my 20s here, Capital Lux. Card drafting, and then card play, controlling groups in front of you, making sure you don't go over what the capital is holding or you'll go bust. Really interesting stuff. Pretty artwork, clever game. Looks very unassuming, but I would say check it out if you enjoy card games at all. Number 19, Archaeology, A New Expedition, which is the reprint of Archaeology, the card game. Same game, prettied up, and now there's more sort of monuments you can dive into. The central tile, there are several of those now. It used to be a single thing. Ooh. My number 18, Mechs vs. Minions. Enough has been said about this. It's huge, it's gorgeous, it's amazing, it is cooperative programming, it's a looker. You know, if you like big productions, check this one out. 17, London Dread, a very original game this year in which you are sort of solving a case together. Also cooperative, quite a few of those on the list. And I like this one a lot as well. If you want something outside of the box, this is one for you. 16, Covert, puts you in the shoes of a spy. I like it a lot. It's got clever Euro mechanisms, but new Euro mechanisms. And it works really well with two, which was surprising for me. My number 15 is Tatsu, a roll and move game, but one that is really engaging, also for two, and very pretty. I was surprised by this one, I have to say. Not one that I was expecting to like, but one that really surprised me. From the same maker as Hive, but it doesn't feel like that. It feels like Backgammon. My number 14 is Junk Art. Junk Art, a stacking game, and a very nice production as well. And in this box, you get a bunch of games using sort of the same bits. You can go on what they call a World Fair, World Trek, and play many of them back to back, and that works very well. You have number 13 here. I'm doing fine. 2 minutes, 23 seconds. I'm going to take a break for a little bit. My number 13 is Beyond Baker Street, a game that everyone's going to say is like Hanabi. You know what? It's a little bit like Hanabi. It's okay to be a little bit like Hanabi, but it's got that Sherlock Holmes theme, which really, I think, elevates the whole thing. It's clever, it's colorful, you can have your own character from the Sherlock Holmes universe, which gives you a little bit of an extra power, and while it's a little harder to teach than Hanabi, I think it is more engaging and thematic, certainly. My 12 is Kanagawa, another Bruno Cathala game. And this one is beautiful. You're painting a big panorama. You are taking cards. You are deploying your little paintbrushes to your powers. It feels a little bit like that Geisha game that Seiji Kanai came out with some time ago. What was that called? I forget right now. But this one's beautiful. Really stunning production from Yellow. And then lastly, my number 11 is a sequel to Factory Fun, Factory Funner. Certainly a very divisive game, but one that I really love. And all the follow-up did really is, instead of the cards being, or the tiles rather, being square or rectangular, it's now based on a pattern of hexagons, which is in some ways easier and in some ways melts the mind, right? And I like it a lot. It's cool. And the production's okay because it's an independent company, but the gameplay is very engaging. Certainly not for everyone, I know that. But for me, it was one I was looking forward to, and when I played it, I thought, wow, this is just as good, if not better, than the original. It is that good. And that's it for me. That is my games of 2016, numbers 30 through 11. For 1 through 10, of course, go see that top 10 list that we've already done. And in 5 seconds, I'm going to be out of here. Thanks for watching. Goodbye!